Hey everyone, Remy Meyer here, founder of Hollow's Body, formerly Max Out Your Gym. And today I'm with Mark. We are continuing our podcast episodes. The previous one was the problem with the fitness industry. And now this is the second podcast that we're doing this year. How is it going, man?
Going good, man. I think we're in different climates. You got a tank top on, and I've got like 50 layers.
Is that
Look at the
snowy?
snowbank. Look at the snowbank here. I mean, it's like freaking 2 feet tall.
I like it. So today we're going to speak about something that happened this week, actually, with another business coach for gym owners. And we had a bit of an argument. It's all good, but that's what we're going to talk about today. So basically what happened is that he posted something on his Instagram, and I said, yeah, I agree with what you said. If the gym is positioned as a gym, right? The regular, typical gym. But if they position themselves as more transformational gyms, then I would not necessarily agree with what you said in the Instagram post. So just to give you some background, basically what he was saying is that the success of the gym members is 100% on them, on the gym members, and it's not the responsibility of the coaches or the gym owner at all. And so I do not agree with this at all, right? So we're going to speak about this today. What do you think about that, Mark?
Well, kind of what we were talking about the other day is that essentially if you're in the industry category that he's describing, I think that it's true. Now, the problem is I don't think that the industry should be, I guess, button hooked or just kind of stuck with being limited to just strictly that category. I think that's where the oops, I think I'm getting a call coming through here. Sorry, guys. Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Sorry. Can I just pick up and keep going?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so I think the big distinguishment that needs to be made is that the fitness industry shouldn't be limited to the three primary categories that we kind of know as existing. You know, you have your, you explained the categories well. How do you describe the three categories, Remy?
Yeah, I mean, I categorize them based on the price, actually. You have the economy category, like Planet Fitness, for instance. Then you have the average category, like a CrossFit gym, for instance. And then you have the luxurious category, a gym like Equinox, for instance. Right?
So what, and just for a reference, like what all else is in the category that CrossFit would be in? Like what all do you classify that realm as including? Like we're putting with that, like yoga, like what else?
Yeah, yoga, PT studios, strength and conditioning studios, F45, Orange Theory Fitness, all those gyms where they provide basically group classes. It's more expensive than Planet Fitness because they provide this coaching, and they charge basically, I would say, between 100 and 200 a month. Oftentimes it's 150 a month.
Yeah, yeah. So I would say that if that's like the extent of the niche that you want to be in, and you want to just have, you know, 150 to $200 a month be your price that you charge, and just have a crap ton of members to kind of carry over and beat your overhead and make profit on it, I think he's right. But the problem is, that's not where it stops. There's definitely more options outside of that, and unfortunately, that within the CrossFit space that I particularly know really well, that particular like way of doing things, we see a lot of burnout in that space, which is unfortunate. And it doesn't have to be that way. It's people who care a whole lot about their clients. They really want their clients to be successful. And then they find that with the structure that they've allotted for in their business, unfortunately, they don't have the ability based on their business model to be able to make the impact on the people's lives that they want to have. And so that's when you kind of start getting these mindsets of like, well, it's, you know what, maybe it's just up to them anyways. And you kind of really, it's almost kind of like, in my opinion, like a it exposes burnout. It's like, well, maybe you're just a burnout dude and you just think that all of your clients should be expected to make all their results on their own. It's like all you do is provide classes. Maybe there's more to it. I'm sorry, were you going to say something?
Right. The thing is that if you charge a little bit more, then you can serve your client more. And then even if they have issues in terms of their mindset, in terms of not following through, since you're charging a bit more, and if I would say you have the mindset coaching skills, actually you can help those kind of quote unquote lazy, unmotivated people. The thing is that if you're able to help those quote unquote lazy, unmotivated people, those are going to become your best clients ever. They're going to be the ones paying you the most. They're going to be the ones sending you the most referrals. They're going to be the ones staying very long, right? They're going to be super loyal to you, and they're going to be the ones giving you the best success stories, right? So it's true that if you just want to provide, let's say, a functional training and you end it here, you're not going to be able to help those guys. But if you also how to coach their mind, how to keep them accountable, and how to actually help them when they face obstacles, then they're going to get amazing results and become your best clients.
Yeah, I think what he was saying about how everything's kind of in the hands of the individuals. I think it's largely based on a business model. I don't want to say necessarily like a flawed business model, because I ran that business model and was successful with it, but I was able to amplify my results for my clients, my profits, and really just my whole program whenever I amplified my perspective on what that business model can offer. So the CrossFit business model of just, $150 a month and basically as many clients as you can get beyond that.
Right.
That business model is unfortunately a fairly limited model. It's got a lot of flaws and it's got a lot of shortcomings. And so one of the shortcomings there is exactly what he was expressing, in that he was saying that it's not up to me to help you out. And unfortunately, if the clients had the opportunity to have better access to, or not access, but have the necessary development mentally, emotionally, that get the mindset training that they needed. If the clients had the opportunity to get the full-on transformative help that they needed in their journey, it would unlock a whole nother level and a whole nother category to what that business model can do and what kind of results they could get in their experience with that program, which is really a game changer. And that takes it from, now it's no longer just this thing where it's like, well, I just offer classes, you just come here and I hope you like my classes and I hope that my community is cool for you. It's like a very hands-off thing, which is like, in that world, I do agree that like you have to have structure for yourself. Like you can't be everything to everyone, and you can't you got to have some guardrails. You can't be in that model. You can't take ownership. You can't take blame for your people's success, because they're not paying you to do that. They need to pay you more if you want to be able to get a higher level of help from them. Right. If they're going to get a higher level of help from you, they need to know that it's going to cost more, and there has to be a business model that allows for them to get that. And in that business model, it's limited and they're not going to be able to get that, which is, in my opinion, one of the big problems, is that a lot of people don't realize how to advance and develop that business model to where they can get the opportunity to get the help that they need to not just like work out, but to actually like change the landscape of what health looks like for them,
Right. The thing is that it's true that if you only charge, let's say, $150 for your gym membership, you're not going to go the extra mile. You're just going to provide the classes, and that's it. But now what if you charge $200 a month? You can go the extra mile now this time, right? And so what we suggest here is
Or
that
250 even, I mean, there's
oh, yeah,
more that
actually.
can be done. Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to just increase it by $50. What else would you do, right? If you charge just $50 more, what else would you do? What about if it's 100 more? What about if it's 200 more per month? What else would you do, right? Because the thing is that if you're positioned as a gym, right? We're speaking about micro gym. We're not speaking about Planet Fitness style. We're speaking about the average category, the micro gym. If let's say you want to make $45,000 in revenue per month, well, if you charge $150, you need to have 300 members to do that. And managing a 300 member gym is actually not that simple because you have to handle so many members. It means that you need a big team. Now you have to be a good leader for your team. You need to have processes and systems in place. And actually managing a 300 member gym is not that easy. Now, let's say we just flip it, right? We have number of members and the membership price. Let's say now we just flip it, right? Where now you charge $300 on average, right? So some people might still do your $150 membership, but some other people might be at $400 per month because you also help with health coaching, mindset coaching. You also help them, in terms of accountability coaching, and then you have some membership at $400. And they just said that the average is at $300. Well, you charge $300. You only need 150 members and you still make $45,000 per month. And now that's actually a business that is much simpler to run because you have less clients. You still make as much money, but actually your profit goes up, right?
Big time.
And
yeah, big time. Because 45K, I've met with, we've worked with many gym owners who they tell us when they first sign up with us that they make 45K a month, and we find out that when it comes to find out what their actual money is, but like their take home from that is, it's like, okay, that's why you need help, because like that 45K a month doesn't necessarily mean that you're running home with 10 grand, or 15 or 20 or 30 even yet,
Exactly. And with that kind of gym, and I would not call them gym really anymore, because you need to position yourself differently, more like a holistic transformation center, I would say, right?
Mhm.
You change positioning a little, and yeah, you will need less employees. Your systems will be much simpler.
Yeah.
Your advertising and is going to work much better because now you are actually providing amazing transformational results to your clients. And then you can use those success stories in your marketing to get even more clients, right? And also your reputation is going to be awesome. You're only going to have 5-star reviews. Also, your word of mouth is going to be awesome because if people transform their bodies, their health, their lives, you can be sure they're going to tell their friends, their family members, their colleagues, everybody. Right?
And they don't have to necessarily even say it. It just kind of shows when they start seeing them. Those people who actually know them and would actually be someone who would take a referral. They're going to ask.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, what were you saying though?
And just putting the quote unquote blame on the members is not that fair. Right. What I would recommend, if you think this way, is just to go on a little meditation, close your eyes, put your hand on your heart, and just put yourself in the shoes of those people who are overweight, with chronic diseases, with low energy levels, with low confidence, and just try to feel how it would feel like to be in their shoes, right? Just try to develop some empathy and compassion for them, right? And don't try to put the blame on them. What you would realize if you do that little exercise, that little meditation, is that probably they are binge eating because something happened during their childhood, for instance, right? Maybe they got physically abused. Maybe they got sexually abused. Maybe, there is some kind of trauma, and that's why now they binge it. And so now you want to put the blame on them, or they just don't have the right mindset, or they're just lazy, unmotivated people. Well, that's an easy answer for you to say that as a fitness professional. What if actually we could help them, with the mindset, with the trauma? You're not going to become their psychologist. You're not going to become their psychiatrist. But what if you just have some empathy and compassion so that you just realize that maybe it could come from something like that, trauma. And then you come with that care, you come with that caring and loving energy, I would say. And instead of giving up on them, you just support them, right? Maybe we can go we can go the extra mile.
Yeah, I think I'd like to kind of add to that. The kind of the inverse side of that is that, I think a lot of times a gym owner hears go the extra mile, and I think a lot of gym owners are burnt out and they're like, I don't have anything else. I can't go any further. There's no extra mile in me. And I get that. I understand. Sorry, were you gonna say something?
Yeah, of course. If you don't charge for it, then
Exactly.
you're going to feel resentful. You're gonna be
Right.
like, fuck, me making $150 a month from that guy. He's a pain in the ass. He's not following through. I gave him a new plan and he's not doing it. And he has a 3 times a week membership, but he's only coming 1 or 2 times a week. He's hard coach. He's only paying me $150 a month, whatever. Because you feel resentment because you're not charging enough so that you can actually go the extra mile.
Yeah, and I also just want to just kind of say is like, the goal is not to become a person's psychologist, but the goal is to be able to inspire them to them figuring out what their best is, right? It's not that the results are fully up to them. It's also not that we have to be their psychologist. There is a middle ground in which you can actually operate a flow. And the middle ground really starts with inspiration and learning how to coach on mindset and learning how to coach on getting people to shift the way they think. And no one's going to be able to be successful with anything until they can get their head on straight and get those shifts in the right place in their mind to where they actually understand what it is that they want to pursue.
Right. And what I want to say is that you're not going to speak about their trauma with them, right? You're not gonna do that. They can do that with their therapist if they want to.
But it's good to know that it might be there, though.
Right, that maybe it comes from that, and you don't give up on them, right? And actually, if you want to support them in terms of mindset, what's cool is that you don't even have to lecture them. You don't have to tell them anything. You just have to ask them questions, and they come up with the answers. So we actually teach that right in our program, but basically it's not that complicated. You just need to ask them questions and they will figure it out on their own, and you won't have to speak about the trauma that they had.
Yeah, and then from there you get the opportunity to inspire them to finding their own results, essentially, not results, but like finding their own answers from the questions and the inspiration. You get to like I say, kind of encourage them to finding their own results rather than you having to find their results for them. Like I said, we're not asking gym owners to take all these crazy additional steps. Like, it's not like, well, I've already done it so much for these people, I can't do anything else for them. But there's definitely a place where it's like you can't do the thing for them. That's totally like the reality. Like, you can't do the workouts, you can't eat for them. That's why, accountability alone is limited. You can't just accountability their way into making better choices. We have to encourage them through intentional measures to help them make choices that will bring them to making having a different view on what health needs to look like for them.
Right. And so it's true for fitness coaching, health coaching, but actually what we're talking about here, supporting your client mindset is true for every niche, every coaching niche, all of them, right? And so maybe you're just too close to the fitness health coaching niche. So let's just take two other examples so that it's easier to understand, right? Let's just say you start working with a relationship/dating coach, right? You're single and you want to be able to find the love of your life, and you get the coaching from a coach, relationship coach. Let's just say this relationship coach is telling you, hey, what would be good is for you to go to events so that you can meet more people, right? And so that you can speak with people. And I would like you to go to events. And let's just say that you're actually afraid of going to events and you're actually afraid to go speak with people. The recommendation, the technical recommendation is, well, go to events and go speak with people. But what if you're afraid of it? And what if actually your coach will not help you in terms of your mindset so that actually you change your perspective so that you can actually go speak with people? If that relationship coach/dating coach is not helping you with that fear, do we agree that this relationship coach is a shitty coach?
Yeah.
Right?
That's a really good analogy, because a lot of people have very similar types of issues when it comes to like diet. I mean, nutrition especially. I know people have a lot of interesting, I'm calling them interesting, psychological issues with nutrition that, just some mindset and health coaching could drastically change their lives.
I feel like fitness professionals, personal trainers, gym owners are just too close to what they are doing so that they can actually see what's going on for their clients. So that's why I want to use some other examples.
Yeah, no, that's interesting. I never thought about that before.
Let's take another example. Let's say you work with business coaches. We are business coaches. Let's say you work with us, right? And then we tell you, well, what you need to do is to record videos, and then you use those videos for YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram ads. Just record some videos and then set up some ads. And actually, you're not doing it because, well, you're afraid of public speaking.
And yeah, I see that a lot.
Maybe you're not doing it because you're afraid of advertising, and you're afraid that you're going to waste your money on advertising. Maybe you're not doing it because you don't want your local community, 5 miles, 10 miles, 15 miles around your gym to actually recognize your face, and you don't want to become that leader. Maybe, you have one of those fears, or probably another one, with our clients, that's usually what happens. There is oftentimes
a few of them
out of them, and then they get stuck a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Strategy is fucking simple. It's record videos, set up a few ads. That's simple. But now, if you're stuck and you don't record, you don't advertise, you're just afraid and you're stuck, you're not gonna do it. If we don't help you push through that public speaking fear, if we don't support you with that, you're going to go nowhere. You're never going to advertise.
Right.
And if we don't do that, if we don't help you with that mindset support so that you push through that fear of public speaking, you're going to say, Remy and Mark are shitty business coaches.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And so now let's say that you as the gym owner, working with us as business coaches, let's just replace that by your gym member working with you as the gym owner.
Right.
That's the same stuff. Right? The strategies are fucking simple. It's eat health, work out a little bit, sleep right, manage your stress, manage your mental health, the strategies are easy, right? But it's easy for you because you have the mindset for it,
Right.
right? But for 92%,
92.
it's not the case. For 92% of the population, they are not like you,
Right.
right? So put yourself in their shoes so that you can help the masses, the ones who need you the most, right? Coaching program, relationship coaching, business coaching, health coaching, whatever type of coaching, if it's not including mindset coaching, the results are going to be shitty and you're not going to be satisfied with your coach.
Which is why then you find yourself putting the blame on the clients, right?
Right. Because this is exactly why you pay a coach, so that that coach keeps you accountable and helps you when you want to give up. It's exactly when you want to give up that you need a coach. Right. Otherwise, the strategies, well, how to set up an ad, on Facebook or YouTube or Instagram, man, you can find that on YouTube for free.
Right.
How to to events so that you can start dating, you can start with YouTube also. You can find information, right? To get healthy, well, you can learn everything you need so that you learn about a paleo diet, or so that you learn about a whole food diet. Like, the information is out there, but you got to realize that people are paying you as a coach for that mindset coaching. Otherwise, they don't need you. So if you're not providing mindset coaching, what are you here for?
It's not like people don't have Google,
Yeah, right. We all have access to internet nowadays, right?
I'm doing this in northern Idaho, this Zoom call in northern Idaho in the middle of the mountains on my phone. Like, I think people have access to information if they need it. If I can make a Zoom video in the mountains in the middle of nowhere, I think people can get access to Google. You know what I mean? So information's not lacking, and guidance is crucial too. But it's more than information and guidance. It's support through those rough spots. And now I just have to be clear again. Like, we're not telling you have to bend over backwards and have your phone ready at 10 o'clock p.m. when the person from your gym is texting you, hey, I can't figure out how to stop eating this thing or whatever. Like, no, there's boundaries that need to be created, and we will teach you how to do that for sure. And that is crucial to do. But by the same token, to write off the client's success as exclusively theirs to deal with, yeah, it's a lack of ownership on your part.
Right.
If you're the gym owner, and you can't just decide that you just have classes and you don't give a shit. That's a really good way to just fall short, in my opinion.
Right, absolutely. To say that it's 100% on the PT or gym member, them reaching their goals, them having success, is wrong. To say that it's 100% on you is wrong too.
Right.
You need to say it more like as if you would be, let's say, climbing Mount Everest. Would you be able to do it on your own without a Sherpa? I don't think so.
I know I wouldn't.
You're gonna die.
Yeah.
Right? You're probably gonna die. You're gonna freeze you're gonna freeze your ass, and you're gonna not know when to take breaks because of the oxygen that is lacking. You're not gonna have the knowledge, right? You're not gonna know when to take breaks. You're not gonna know how to hydrate yourself or how to eat and what to eat. You never climbed Everest. The Sherpa will provide you with that knowledge. But also probably the Sherpa is going to also help you, when it's gonna become tough, and maybe remotivate you, right? So to say that it's 100% reliant on the Sherpa is wrong. The Sherpa is not going to
Carry you, yeah.
Put you on his shoulders and then carry you. No, no, the Sherpa is not gonna do that. The Sherpa is not gonna carry.
Right. But we also can't expect you to just have a list of all the things that you need to do and just carry that list on a piece of paper with you and be like, okay, I got my information. Let's see here. Which way do we go? Right.
Right. Even if you have the information, it's not gonna be enough. Right. You can have all the information you need, like you said, on a piece of paper. You still need the insights and the experience of the Sherpa who climbed Mount Everest for the last 15 years. Right. Even if you have the information. And so, yeah, the Sherpa is not going to carry you, but the Sherpa is going to be here to provide you with the knowledge, the insights, the experience, the mindset support, but you're still going to have to climb, right?
Right.
Well, I don't think it's fair to say that it's 100% on you as the fitness professional, but it's absolutely not fair to say that it's 100% on your PT or gym members.
Yeah,
And
I think what we should go. Sorry, go ahead.
That's what that's why we had a little argument with that other business coach for gym owners, because for him it's 100% on the gym members, and I don't agree with that. Even if you're positioned not even as a holistic transformation center, even if you're just positioned as a functional training gym or a HIIT studio or a PT studio or a CrossFit gym, I think that you still have some responsibility, right? You're still here as a coach to help them in terms of accountability coaching, mindset coaching. Even if you're not positioned as a transformation center, you still carry some responsibility. It's not 100% on them, right?
Yeah, I think what we should talk about in our next, I think what we should talk about next, and you guys can stay tuned to the next video. I think we should go into this is understanding how to charge for that, like understanding the value that it brings to be able to actually offer what it takes to change someone's life. That's a really valuable tool to be able to offer that, and absolutely it should be something that can get charged for. But it can be scary at first to be charging more for something. You're like, well, I'm not charging for better equipment, I'm not charging for a bigger space, I'm not charging for more classes, I'm not charging for all I'm charging for is mindset. It's like, do you know how many people go to psychologists and psychiatrists? Like, yeah, you're charging more for the opportunity to be able to see these people actually see things through. And so I think we should talk more about what it can look like to charge more in the future, and we can answer questions on that too, because it's a scary thing at first for people to figure out, wow, $300 a month and all I'm doing differently is now what is it that I'm doing exactly? Like that's something that I think that's something we should address.
Yeah, you're not here to teach them the perfect snatch or the perfect muscle up. You're here to coach them on their mind, actually, right? And actually, they don't need to snatch or muscle up in order to get great results. They can just do kettlebell swings and burpees, and that's plenty already. And they're going to get amazing results with that already.
Or if they are doing snatches, awesome, but that can't be all that they exist of. That can't be like the full extent of, like, if your gym, like I love snatches, for example, but I know that there's more to me than just that. You know what I mean? But if I didn't, and I've seen this a lot in the CrossFit spaces, people sometimes forget that there's more to them than just that, and they forget that's not where it ends. And we got to make sure that their perspective on their health extends beyond just simply snatches and muscle ups.
Because for you, as a fitness professional, or as a I would say a fitness nerd, right?
Right.
I am one, right? Me first, but
hey, no, you're good.
Progression means, well, I muscle up. Progression is, now I can snatch that many pounds or that many kgs, right? That's progression means to you. But actually for them, progression is not that. Progression is getting more confident in their body, getting rid of diabetes, getting rid of back pain, being able to run with their kids or their grandkids without being out of breath. This is progression right? And so you don't need to coach them on, complicated stuff at the gym in terms of exercising, but you need to be able to support them in terms of their mind.
Yeah, there's a variety of different ways that the programming wise that can be valuable, but if their head's not in the right place, then they'll consistently fail.
Right, because I can tell you that all knowledge that you need to get amazing results is in our online course, right? The Hollows Body, formerly Max Arthur Gym program. It's all in the online course, the knowledge. But if we would only be providing that online course, all the knowledge you need, you would get shitty results.
Right.
What we do also is that you're going to have 12 calls with Mark, 1 hour calls once a week for 12 weeks. You're going to have a call. Also, you're going to have calls with Lauren, who is our mindset coach. Also, you're going to have one-on-one calls with me. I'm not teaching my clients how to set up an ad when I have a call with them.
Right. Yeah. I don't talk about that at all.
Is in the online course. With Mark, same. You're not going to learn that, speaking with him. With Lauren, same. You're not going to learn that speaking with Lauren. So
I don't even really know that stuff. That's your deal.
Right. You have calls with Lauren. You have calls with Mark. You have unlimited calls actually with me. You have access to my calendar. You can text me whenever you want. And also we do group coaching calls once a week. And you can ask, my clients, we're not talking about strategies. We're not talking about, the strategies. We're just talking about the mindset you need to have in order to execute on those strategies.
Right.
Right.
And really deliver. Yeah.
And that's why we have, 5-star reviews. That's why we have amazing testimonials. That's why our success rate is amazing at Hollows Body, formerly Max Arthur Gym. It's because you have access to Lauren, you have access to Mark, you have access to me, and also we do group coaching calls. It's because we help you with your mindset so that if you have fear of public speaking, we help you with that. If you have fear of advertising, we help you with that. We help you with your fears, basically. We help you with your mindset. If we would only provide the online course, our clients would get shitty results, right? We don't want to do that.
Right.
And so it's time for you, right? If you only provide, classes, but you don't help people, with their mindsets, the success rate is not going to be that great, and actually the stats in the fitness niche is pretty bad. And depending on the different studies, it goes from 5 to 20%, right? For the success rate. And to me, that's crazy. To me, that's such a shitty success rate, right?
Yeah.
But now you provide a tiny bit of support in terms of what's going on, between their 2 ears, in their mind, you're going to see your success rate skyrockets, right?
Yeah. Hey, I need to go.
Yeah, just to provide that care is going to change it all, right? Actually, I have a client today, Lucas, Mark told me that he's working on actually providing, more mindset coaching, providing more caring, right, to his clients. And actually, he stopped his ads. Well, since then, actually, his word of mouth is replacing the ads that he stopped. Just because, well, I'm gonna read real quick. What did he say here? I'm looking at my phone. He said, I spent the last 2 hours caring. We had kids' classes, and so instead of the usual checking attendance back in the office, I was there on the floor all the time while Coach David was leading the classes. I was documenting, doing stories, and this time also took the time to talk to some children that were giving David a hard time. So he didn't have to stop the class, and I was doing it in a way that all parents could see I was trying to be helpful. It was actually good fun for me. Then I even went beyond my comfort zone, something I would probably never do previously, as one kid in the teen class was sitting on the couch because he had a problem. Then I went to see him, ask him whether I can help relieve his pain, and we went for a quick 5-minute stretch. I actually cared about that kid, even though he would have, he would have previously seemed hard or beyond what I'm paid for. And I saw it as an opportunity to show them I really care. I spent some time talking to parents, playing with kids, and collecting fees. Normally, Maggie does it, but I think we need to rotate. So now I'm also doing it. And then he said, sorry, I'm just looking at the conversation. I'm lost in that conversation, but basically he said, man, it's working. I'm getting a bunch of referrals now because they saw me
from other parents.
Yeah, because they saw me at New Energy. I got a bunch of referrals, even though I paused the ads. There we go. I found it. Oh, the mom I spent some time talking to after the kids' class just emailed asking me to add her girl to a monthly membership. So I quickly called and added her billing plan, another subscription in the bag. And another girl returned today after 2.5 years of absence. This energy thing is working. Here you might say it's woo-woo. You know, it's like the law of attraction. You might think it's woo-woo, but I truly believe that, you know, it's not woo-woo. It's because he provided that little bit of something. What was it? That was 5 minutes of stretching.
Yeah.
Right. And then now it changes everything. And he got already 2 new clients just because he had that 5-minute stretch with that kid. The funniest thing is that I think 3 or 4 days ago, I stopped all my Facebook ads. And despite that, we've got new people inquire. And now those coming are word of mouth. Right? I was reading
that's the kind of clients that you get whenever you have a more transformative approach and people actually see changes and whatnot. Is marketing becomes something where it's like, I mean, people just come, you know, it just gets, it gets a whole lot easier. You've had multiple clients now who don't even do marketing and their word of mouth just blows them up because their successes stories are so thorough.
Right. So basically it's easy. You charge slightly more or a bit more or
a lot more, whichever works better.
That you can provide more. Here, what was it? That was, you know, a 5-minute conversation with a stretch. So of course, you know, that kid had to stretch. You're not doing it for him, right? But you're here as a Sherpa again. You know, you're just here as a Sherpa to guide that clients so that he would stretch. And probably also during that time, you also help that kid in terms of what's happening in his mind, right? Because he actually, at that moment, maybe what was going on in his head is like, oh man, that CrossFit thing is not for me. I have a back pain and shit, it's hard and I want to give up. And as soon as I go back home, I'll tell my mom that I want to give up.
Yeah, and then that'd be it.
Because our client here was here to support that kid instead of a cancellation, well, that was one more new client.
Yeah.
Right. Just because you provide a bit of, you know, caring and a bit of mindset coaching. It's not hard. Right. Here we're not, again, during that 5-minute stretching, it was not, you know, like a therapy session, like you would go see your psychologist. It was just a little bit of motivation and mindset coaching during a 5-minute stretch. And you're able to do it because you charge for it.
Right. Exactly. That's the key. All right. Hey, I need to roll out.
All right. Good speaking with you, Mark. And in the upcoming episodes, we'll dive deeper in this topic.
Sounds good. Looking forward to it.
Bye-bye, guys.
All right. Thanks.
Bye.